Hey guys, Aura134 here, and here's a special new thing I'm thinking about doing a little bit more. I got inspired by my teammate Drew's Budget Deck Theater. If you haven't checked it out, check it out at Crimson General 2. Basically, the point of these is you take ideas. His are based off of simplifying tournament level decks. Mine are based off of taking anime related decks and turning them into like budget versions that you can actually run and beat people with. I personally like to do anime decks because I'm a huge anime fan, and Yu-Gi-Oh! Has been such a huge part of my anime life that I think it's just great for me to be able to play the decks of the characters that I like and potentially don't like so much. I started out this way, this deck right here, because I figured it'd be a good way to maybe appeal to the people who are just getting into the Yu-Gi-Oh! Anime. Anyways, this deck right here does fit the ban list, unlike my Yu-Gi deck. This is sound effects, which for you guys who don't know, that's the deck that the Yu-Gi-Oh! ZL protagonist Yuma uses. All of his monsters are based off of sound effects from Japanese sound effects. So, anyways, here's the deck. First, the most important monster is Triple Gagaga Magician. Gagaga changes his level anytime he wants to during your turn. So he gives you so much variety of Xyz summoning. The whole point of this deck is to Xyz summon for some big monsters. So you need the Gagagas to give you variety. Next, you got yourself the beater of the deck, Triple Go 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 Golem. His defending effect you really don't ever get because you never have him in face-up defense. But he runs over a lot of things. Next is one Gonbara Knight. He's not really that good. He's just another level 4 warrior that you can use to Xyz. When you play him and he's attacked, he automatically switches to defense. And his defense is at least 18. Next, I got myself 2 Zubaba Knights. Zubaba Knight is like Ninja Grandmaster Sasuke, except level 3. Instantly kills a face-up defense position monster without damage calc. Next, you got 1 Achacha Archer. Pretty much because it's a warrior and it's level 3. It does burn damage when it comes out. It's not really that good. I'm going to replace it with some cards for this deck with Photon Shockwave when I get more of them. Next, another very important card to this deck is Goblinberg. I'm making 3 of him. When you play Goblinberg, he's like Marauding Captain. Summon a 4 or lower monster from your hand, and then he gets switched to defense mode. So you play a 4, overlay, Goblinberg doesn't die. Next, these are like non-ZL cards that I use because I think they're good in the deck. You got yourself Marauding Captain. He's a level 3 Goblinberg. Makes it easier to do rank 3s. 1 Cyber Dragon to promote rank 5s. Marshmallow for defense and rank 3ing. Sangan to search. That really good card for this deck is Double Tragodia, because his level modulates like crazy, plus he can steal your opponent's monsters and you can overlay with them. And then 1 Gorz, because Gorz saves games. Don't be worried about the rarities on some of these. A lot of these cards come in commons. I just don't have the commons anymore because I got the holo versions. So, Magic, you got yourself Reborn, staple. Dark Hole, staple. Heavy Storm, staple. Book, staple. I'm running triple MST to clear out the back row, so I can actually keep my monsters on the field, because in this deck, there really is no backup plan. Your monsters need to stay or you're going to lose. It's just the sad thing about this format. If you don't have monsters on the field, you die. And with a lot of decks, there is no coming back from getting your field wiped out. 1 Rhoda to search out your warriors. Mind Control to Xyz. And then I'm meaning 2 instant fusions. because you could make 3s, 4s, or 5s, and instant Xyz with Gagaga. It's great in this deck. This deck actually has proved to be pretty good. I've beaten some interesting decks with this. I beat Dark World with this. Anyways, traps. You got yourself double bottomless, 1 torrential, Mirror Force. You got yourself double Solemn Warning and Solemn Judgment. I'm so happy they reprinted this in Super. It was common in Japan. They bumped it to Ultra for us. And I'm glad that everybody can finally have access to these guys. It's going to make tournaments a lot more interesting and more fun. 1 Dust Shoot. And 1 Starlight Road. That's it for the main deck. There is no side deck for this deck because I didn't build one. I didn't feel like it. On to the extra deck. 1 Fusionist because he's a level 3 generic that you can Xyz with. Darkfire Dragon, he's the level 4. And then Giltia the Dark Knight. I chose Giltia because he's probably my favorite, one of my favorite fusion monsters from the original Yu-Gi-Oh era. Chimera Tech Fortress Dragon. 1 Stardust Dragon because you have roads. You don't really sink at all in this deck. It's all about Xyzing. 1 Leviair the Sea Dragon. Might be the only really super expensive Xyz in this deck. Sometimes it's cute to steal monsters. Next, Ions. Because it's one of the numbers that Yuma actually uses more than once. 1 number 10, Illuminite. Yuma doesn't actually have this one, but the one I really wanted to use was Ruler of Color Shock Ruler, but we don't have that yet, so Illuminite took his place. Plus, I don't have Roach, because I'm not willing to spend the money on it. Like, I have the money to spend on it, I just refuse to spend that much money on a card. The 2, number 39, Utopia, Yuma's Ace card. Really important. Should be the rank 4 you're going for most of the time. And then you got your rank 5 twins, Arceus and Tiras. Probably 2 of my favorite looking Xyz monsters. He is my favorite Xyz. Anyways, this is the deck. I'm not sure what anime deck I'll do next. It'll probably be sometime next week though. So, anyways, this is Zora 1 through 4. Signing out.